Good evening and hello YouTube. Welcome aboard the Stormus-Furry Biker, on board a new machine named Cheetara. Great reference for those of you who know Thundercats from the late 80s. I hope everybody's doing well out there, keeping it safe, rubber side down and legal if you're a fellow biker. I can never overemphasise that last point enough. So, starting out as always with a massive shout out to all my subscribers, old and new. You guys are absolutely wonderful. It's great, an absolute honour and privilege to have you on board with me. Massive shout out as always to Steve Kennedy, the Bike Talk crew. If you live in Nottingham surrounding areas, you can do a CBT, A1, A2, direct access. Check out their Facebook page and their website, drop them a message, drop them an email, give them a call. Fucking brilliant people, and they will absolutely see you fitting straight. Thanks to them, I'm able to ride a machine like this. Personal shout outs go to Rossi 2 Wheels, Laura K and May Fursuits, Zippy the Irish Wolfhound has her own channel, the Zips Files, on Twitch and that. Heather Rabbit of Were Puppy Creations, also known as WPC for short. Further shout outs go to Knott's Ghost Rider, The Aftermath, a good friend of mine who used to be known as Arnold Knotts. Aaron Knotts, I'm watching everything you do, mate, so keep an eye out for me around Nottingham, mate, because I'm looking out for you. And everybody else, Arnold Bikers Club, Nottingham Aces, meet every Thursday night at the White Hart in Lenton. Bit of a brain fade moment there. And to anybody else, if I've missed you out, I apologise, insert your name here. So for those of you expecting me to be on Firestorm with a Y, I'm hoping I'm not disappointing you by the fact I'm on board a new machine. As I said, let me introduce you all to Cheetara, a 1999 Honda CBR 600 F4, the last of the carb variants of the CBR 600 F. And you know, I won't lie, I love carb bikes. I love bikes with carburetors on. So much more fun than injected in my books, but then that's just me. She was picked up from Beechdale Motorcycles last Saturday, and you know, big shout out and thank you to Paul for that, you know, for helping keep her for me after I paid the deposit and that, giving her a full MOT and everything. Now in my last video I alluded to the possibility of a new ride depending on what happened with Firestorm with a Y and finance deal and that. Well, I can tell you now that I've still got Firestorm with a Y, and I plan to use her as a winter hack now, for the simple reason I can't hand her back until next year. The reasoning behind that is the finance company decided they're going to be absolute dickheads, because in short, the agreement I got is 48 months. 48? No, 36 months. And you definitely went through a red light, mate. Anyway. I called up Black Horse and, you know, spoke to a guy called Ryan. And I asked him what the crack would be, you know, to either hand the bike back or, you know, basically just to hand the bike back because I've got no need for her. And I was told in no uncertain terms that if I want to hand the bike back, it's going to cost me £1,155.63. Whereas if I wanted to buy Firestorm outright, it was going to cost me £3,500, something like that. And yeah, it pissed me off because I says, yeah, Ryan, I ain't got £3.5 grand laying around. He says, And this is his exact words: have you tried to sell the bike on eBay? Now, why would I want to go against the rules and regs of my finance agreement by selling the bike? Makes no fucking sense. Because it says in the fine print you cannot sell the bike until you've paid off balance and you own the bike outright. So like that, until I paid £3,500, I wouldn't own Firestorm with a Y outright, which is a piss take, really. The biggest piss take though is him, this guy telling me try sell the bike on eBay. No. So then I went to my insurance company to say, can I drop down to third-party fire and theft cover from Fully Comp? Yes, you can. It'll cost you a £40, administration fee. Okay. You'll get £18 back. You'll save about £22 over the year, and it'll work out more expensive in the long run. Ugh. So, in essence, I'm stuck with this millstone around my neck in the form of a bike, which, if she's done me well, I'm not going to lie, Firestorm has done me well. Big difference between Firestorm and Cheetara is I own Cheetara outright. So there's no finance owed on her at all. She is my bike. And I like that. I like that a lot. It's got a very nice ring to it. And speaking of very nice rings, this bike's got a lovely exhaust note. So that's basically the upshot of what's happened with and happening with Firestorm with a Y. She's essentially going to become my winter hack. So I'm going to be putting Cheetara away about October-November time, so I can do bits of maintenance and cosmetic work and that on her, and bring her back out again in March, when hopefully I'll have paid off enough on Firestorm to be able to hand her back. Yeah, let me give you a bit more of an intro into Cheetara though. 99. As you can hear, she's got a lovely note on her. Don't know if you can hear it well, but I'll be honest with you, jumping onto her from 125, big difference, massive fucking difference, in a good way though. More power. Okay, she's a bit more heavier, actually a lot more heavier. She's about 180 kilos is Cheetara, but she's so smooth, so smooth. First impressions of her, are that she's a good bike to step up to. Now a lot of people do say that your best bet to step up to your first sports bike, super sports bike, after your Mod 1 and Mod 2, your full direct access, is the CBR 600F. And now I can understand why, when you consider that this bike's got well over 100 horsepower, capable of over 150 miles an hour, but it's a very tractable, very tractable, and fairly easy to ride machine. Some people say to me, well, why don't you go for your 600 straight after passing your direct access? Well, it's a personal thing really. I mean, I personally felt that I'd not spent enough time on a sports style machine, to be able to step up to a super sport 600. And I can actually say super sport because that's what she is. Some would say she's a sports tourer, but I think she is an out and out sports bike in my books anyway. Lovely smooth power delivery, and I've actually got mirrors that I can use. you know, I don't have to keep tucking my fucking elbows in every 30 seconds to look behind me, which I had to do with Firestorm, as you may have noticed in a lot of my vids. She is so comfortable. You know, the seating position, it's not full on extreme sports, it's comfortable. You know, there's not a lot of weight on my wrists. I'm actually quite upright really compared to Firestorm. And physically, yeah, Cheetara is a much bigger bike. But she's not much bigger than Firestorm. She's about 6 centimeters longer. Just over 2 inches longer. But because she's a bigger bike, I'm essentially having to relearn how to ride the motorbike, because I need to get used to all of her little quirks, what makes her tick, and all of that. But she's such a confidence-inspiring bike. I mean, I've only had her a week, and I feel at home on her. The biggest difference, though, apart from the fact that she's going to be using more fuel than Firestorm, and you know, she's a bigger bike, heavier bike, and all of that, is it takes a little bit of time to get used to visceral, and I mean the absolute visceral difference between a 125 and a 600 Super Sports. The acceleration is just something else, and it never fails to make me fucking grin wider than a Cheshire cat. It never fails, you know, to make me grin wider than a Cheshire cat. Despite all the power, she's still beautifully natured. But at the same time, I know that if I get it wrong, she could bite me in the arse. Gearbox is nice and taut. You've got to be firm with your shifts. She's not heavy on the shifts. The clutch is not heavy. You know, nothing feels heavy about this bike. It's just so easy to, you know, it's so easy to move around under you. You almost forget you got nearly 200 kilos under you. It is easy to forget you got that sort of weight underneath you. And with that sort of power under your right hand, it's mental. Bad points, she's got a little bit of a fluffiness at below 3,000 RPM. That's because she's got an aftermarket can, which is loud as fuck. But it's road legal at the same time. Where'd that fucker out? Well, as long as it's road legal, that's all that matters, really. Oh yeah, she doesn't like, the fan kicks in at quite a low temperature, really. She doesn't like, you know, being held in traffic for long periods of time. You can probably hear the fan now. But as I say, it's all a learning curve and a new experience for us, so you know, you guys are going to be with me all the way as I learn every little tweak, foible, idiosyncrasy of this bike. And it's a great honour and privilege to have you guys with us. So I'm going to call it, you know, call the video to end here, and I will see you all in the next vid. So, you know, until next time everybody, keep it safe, rubber side down, keep it real and legal if you're a fellow biker. Ride safe, ride free, and I'll see you all soon. So until next time viewers, this is the Furry Biker on board Cheetara, saying farewell, adieu, and see you again soon. Bye!